Hello, 7th graders. Today we're going to write equations in slope-intercept form from graphs. So this is an equation that you're going to be working with quite a bit. It's called slope-intercept form. The M stands for slope and the B stands for the y-intercept. So we call this slope-intercept form y equals mx plus b. We already know that slope is just rise over run, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then y-intercept is something new. It's the y-coordinate of the point where the line intersects the y-axis, where the line intersects the y-axis. That's something that's important for you to know. So in our first example, we need to find the slope. We could either use rise over run, or we could use our y2 minus our y1 over our x2 minus our x1. I'm going to go ahead and use our rise over run. So we're rising 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So since I went up 4 and right 6, it's going to be a positive 4 over 6, which then simplifies to 2/3. There's my slope. The y-intercept is where that line intersects with the y-axis. So it actually hits right at 0. So that would be our y-intercept. When I'm plugging it into my slope-intercept form, remember it's y equals mx plus b. My slope being my m, so 2/3 times x, and then plus my y-intercept, which is just 0. If I have plus 0, I don't need to write it in my slope-intercept form. So it would just be y equals 2/3 x. Same thing for my second example. First, I need to find my slope. So I'm actually going down 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, 2, 3. So since I'm going down, we make that a negative 3, and since I'm going to the right, it's a positive 3. We have negative 3 over 3, which actually gives me negative 1. My y-intercept is intersecting right here on that y-axis, so that's at 2. So now I can just go ahead and plug in my slope and my y-intercept into my slope-intercept form equation, y equals mx plus b, and I get y equals m, which is negative 1, times x plus 2. And I can rewrite that as just y equals negative x plus 2, since we don't necessarily need the 1. Last example, go ahead and pause the video, try it on your own, and then come back and see how you did. So first I have my slope. I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my slope would then be negative 5 over 5, which once again gives me negative 1. My y-intercept is actually at negative 3. That's where it's intersecting that y-axis. So with my slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, I'm plugging in that negative 1 for m, or just negative x, plus negative 3. And we want to rewrite that in simplest form, which would technically be y equals negative x minus 3. So there's my answer.